So
Welcome to Speakeasy, gentle.
so I've been. You guys know with the Snapchat tool where you could turn yourself into a girl.
Yeah.
That's a Snapchat thing? I thought that was people.
No, it's a,
doing that.
it's a Snapchat thing.
It's
Oh.
a Snapchat thing. So I've had to be like really careful lately because like
You're
if
a girl?
I'll see a picture of a girl and then I'm like before I like it or anything, I'll like look down and just make sure it's like not a guy.
Dude, it's 2019, man. It's okay to love your homies too. It's fine.
It's all good.
You're like, damn, bro. Hey, you
So,
cute.
I actually. Oh fuck!
You better watch out. You gonna catch
Son
this
of a
dick.
bitch.
What'd you do now?
I didn't go on fucking Restream and change the fucking titles of the show. It's okay. I'll do that on the fly.
Dunsky. Rookie move.
I'll do that on the fly.
I got something. I got something for you guys. So I found a picture of David, and I used the Snapchat filter on it. Why don't you go ahead and see?
Hey! She looks pretty cute.
You're still ugly as shit as a girl.
I'd still fuck myself.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh,
You fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Oh, I like
I'd
it.
fuck me hard. Hey, you stayed.
Hey everybody, welcome to Season 3, Episode 17 of the Speakeasy Gentlemen. If you haven't seen the show before, what we do is drink and talk like we would at a bar, but we're all so far away, so we do it right here. My name's Josh, I'm in Spokane, Washington. My buddy George down there is in Laguna, California. I knew that. My buddy David is in Santa Ana, California, and our guest today, Zipp, you may have seen him referred to as Dank Burgles a second ago.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Zipp, where are you, by the way?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all.
So, can you tell us why? So, by the way, it says Dank Burgelson because that's what his Facebook says. So I assume
Yes,
that's what he, that's the moniker he went by.
What did you think the name Dank Like, did you think that was actually my name, or
I didn't
like
think it was
Dank?
my name, but I
weird-ass
also don't think that Zipp is
Okay.
a real name. So,
So Dank Burgelson was. I used to be a teacher, and so my kids could find me really easily because I have a very distinct name.
Zip.
And so, Zip. No, my actual name is Zipperer, and so that's where Zip comes from. So it's very easy to find me. So I came up with Dank Burgelson, which was an old name we had for prank calls when we were younger, and it stuck over the years. And I've had to go through great lengths in order to keep it because Facebook constantly challenges it and blocks me out of the account. I had to go so far as I own my own LLC, and I had to make fake payroll paperwork for Dank Burgelson to send it into Facebook.
Wow.
And it was crazy because I sent in a fake ID I made for a small university in Houston, and they sent it back, and they said oh, well, we know this is modified, so we can't accept it, but we can accept the other thing that we sent. We still need the second piece, and that was when I had the payroll idea, but the whole thing is stupid. Because you just told me I made a fake ID for this ridiculous name. Why?
Jesus Christ.
If that was my name, why would I have done that? But anyway, that's why it's on Facebook. And then, so I didn't even think about it. Yeah, people think my name is Dank.
It works.
I told him that it was Danctarius Dimitri Burgelson. I made it sound like I was born in Russia.
Dancimus Maximus.
Awesome. Danctarius.
Danctarius Dimitri. Fuck, I'm already losing.
That's a fucking.
Dimitri.
That's a villain's name. That's a
Danctarius?
that's a fucking Transformers villain's name. It's Danctarius.
No, that sounds like a weed-themed Transformer.
That's really what I thought. I thought it was about
Yeah.
weed. I was like, all right,
that's where,
I don't judge you. You smoke all the weed you want, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's a weed thing, but
works for me. Hold on.
That's it.
There you go. See, there goes Dank, just danking it around.
Is that some dank stuff in there?
Oh no, it's awful. It's dirt weed I bought on Subway.
It's oregano.
Oh, wait, yeah, Texas.
We don't have legalized weed like y'all do.
That just came over the border and
We also don't have earthquakes, so
Hey, I'll trade you weed
You guys
for
have
guns.
tornadoes, though.
weed for guns.
California gun laws suck, dude. Let's trade.
Okay. Anyway, so Zipp is a host of a podcast called what was it again? No
redeeming qualities.
Redeeming Qualities, and another podcast called Wheels of Justice, which I actually got to listen to a little bit. It's a scripted true crime podcast.
Yeah. So
really cool.
No Redeeming Qualities is our weekly podcast. It's just a comedy podcast, very stereotypical. Two stupid friends sit down and talk, and that's why we came up with Wheels of Justice. Wheels of Justice isn't a podcast. It's a standalone, fully scripted story. And it was because we were getting frustrated at true crime podcasters because it's, you guys are podcasters. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. True crime podcasts are just like the hottest thing out there.
Yeah.
And it was pissing me off because I was like, we're funny and we're good. And it's this constant uphill grind, but these stupid true crime people are just shooting to the top. So we were like, let's make a true crime podcast, and we'll just ride on those coattails. And then we just hated doing it. So we said, well, let's make a fake one. Let's just make up a crime. And so we thought, well, what's the worst crime that we could make up that is so ridiculous you could still write a story about it? And y'all aren't in Texas. Yeah. Y'all aren't in Texas, but our wheelchair. Our governor is paraplegic, and he's in a wheelchair. He's also very disliked, so I didn't really feel any sympathy for doing this. But anyway, it's a documentary about the investigation, like making fun of like Serial or what's that other one on Netflix, about who pushed the governor down the staircase in his wheelchair.
Nice.
And so, yeah, and we came up with that because we knew, like, just being two dudes chuckle fucking on a podcast, it's a lot harder to get recognized. But if you can create something, maybe that'll stick with people.
That's actually pretty cool, man. Like,
That's
how would I kill my governor? Push him down a flight of stairs.
Well, and the whole thing is a comedy, yeah. And it's if you like true crime, it really makes fun of true crime. But I think that you would still enjoy it. I don't think it was anything that you'd be like so butthurt you wouldn't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Unless you really like the governor. So. That was actually what we had our fingers crossed for. Was that we were like, oh, I hope the Republicans out here get their hands on it and never stop talking about it. So.
Yeah, you guys would really skyrocket. Everything would be up in arms.
Which down, up in arms over here is very literal. So.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, that sounds cool. We'll hear a little bit more about that later on. But today we're doing BYOB. I have, what do I have? Space Dust, Elysian Space Dust this week.
Space Dust.
What do you guys
Where'd you
have?
get space dust?
I'm drinking Bud Light Platinums today.
Ew.
That's a good one.
What? I like the way they taste.
What do you got, David?
Since
It's like malt liquor, isn't it? Like Mickey's kind of?
It's similar to malt. It's pretty similar to malt, yeah.
I'm still a little sick, I'm drinking tequila, Jose Cuervo, and just like hot tea with honey and lemon. So this helps soothe the throats.
What are you drinking out of? Is that like a?
It's like old World War II canteen cup.
Okay, that's what I was actually.
He's like, why is it so wide?
I was like, it looks like you're in a trench somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like a Unabomber, literally just fucking prepping and hiding in a hole from the government.
Yeah, that's kind of shit.
It's
David
coming.
does.
One of these days, it's coming, guys. You'll see.
I don't have a toast this week. You guys have a toast? You just want to say cheers? We're just gonna say cheers. All right.
Cheers.
Even though you, Zip, just smoked already.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, there it is.
All right, let's kick the show off the way we always do with the segment called Wait a Minute, where I put 60 seconds on the clock and interview our guest. Zip, are you ready?
Ready.
60 seconds, here we go. What did you want to be as a kid?
Oh, I always thought I was going to do something in science.
Science?
Yeah.
Superpower, what would it be? One superpower.
Mind control. Oh, not mind control. Telekinesis.
So, that's
Nice.
a fucking good one.
That's a great one.
Wait, so you would just talk to people with your mind? Or you would read?
No,
what's the word you move shit?
You can move
Yeah,
shit.
you move shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's
Way better. Way better than.
That's
Yeah.
way better than
Wow.
just talking to people.
And telling his phone, so yeah.
Read a comic book for one.
I don't want to hear people when they talk. Yet alone, I don't want to hear their thoughts when.
All right, go-to karaoke song.
I don't do fucking karaoke, but I guess it would be any Beastie Boys song if it's not there.
Nice.
Nice.
What were you like in high school?
An asshole.
Good. That hasn't changed for me at all. One food
Yeah.
for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, probably ramen brick noodles.
Nice. What's your favorite flavor of ramen?
Chicken, and I was probably 10 before I learned that there were other flavors than
Really?
just chicken, because that's all we
They
bought. Yeah.
used to
And you
make-
walk in the aisle, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, look at all these.
What the fuck is all this shit?
Yeah,
like in a
they used to
different
make
world.
White chili shrimp, and that one was
Yeah.
fucking bomb, but they got rid of it. I don't know what happened.
Fucking
Probably
whack.
the animals they made it out of went extinct or something.
The sea monkeys they used to put in it.
The last of the dodos was just fucking ground up. It was dodo powder.
Don't you mean cows? No, think smaller, more legs. Oh, by the way, speaking of Simpsons, that was a Simpsons quote, by the way. Speaking of Simpsons, I was watching an episode from 2000, and it showed Lisa as a president, and she was saying that they inherited a bunch of debt from President Trump. I was like,
Nice.
Another thing that fucking gives you that fucking that adds to that theory of is like Matt Groening fucking time traveler or whatever.
He doesn't write his own fucking.
Well, whoever's writing for The Simpsons has like some sort of fucking time traveling device, and how the fuck are they so accurate with a lot of the shit that they've been fucking?
Well, Trump
dishing out?
talked about being president all the way back in the 80s.
Yeah,
Like, the late 80s, he always talked about it. I think he even on video said he'd run as a Republican just so he could say stuff that
yeah.
everybody would believe. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. It's really hard to tell the difference between,
I kind of hope it's just
reality
just
and
one
fantasy
big
right
act.
now.
Yeah,
It's
I
not.
kinda-
We're in too deep at this point now.
Dread Wolf says, hey,
Oh!
David, you look like the Unabomber.
Thanks, Hunter. Hi, Boo.
What up, Hunter?
All right.
Hey, Hunter, I'm drinking tea. Look at that.
You guys can hear me fine, right? Hello. Should I
Yeah,
talk
what?
this close?
Yeah, what? We can hear you. What's up?
Just making sure. Huh.
Rick?
Interesting. I'll talk
I-
louder then.
What?
Christ.
All right. So, did you guys see that video with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Arnold got kicked. I saw the original video and it looked really fucking bad, and then I saw it again from a different angle. Did you guys see the video from the other angle?
I did
Yeah.
not see it from the other
I did.
You
angle.
did. Some of you did. Some of you didn't. All right.
I
Let's take a look.
think I've only seen it from one angle.
All
Yeah.
right. So let's take a look. It's not as bad as you think now. No,
It,
yeah,
Pull
that's
your
not bad.
legs?
So I thought it was pretty bad.
I'm over here just trying to kick it.
what a terrible idea! Like, you're gonna attack Arnold Schwarzenegger at his own event.
At his own
People,
event that
like-
he's doing,
like-
yeah.
The dude is like a god amongst powerlifters and bodybuilders, and,
Yeah.
and you're gonna attack him.
And then you just get
It all-
fucking manhandled.
Yeah.
I mean, he did like an atomic drop kick on him, and it didn't even move him.
Nothing.
Dude, that's just some dumb shit.
You know, the crazy thing is, though, Arnold's 71 years old.
Yeah. And he still looks fucking great, dude.
I did not think he was that fucking old.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but it didn't look so bad this time.
Yeah.
No.
He said that he thought he just got jostled by the crowd.
It happens all the time. Nothing fucking bothers him. But yeah, he was what was the event that why was he there in Johannesburg,
So,
South Africa?
It's his event.
Yeah, it was Arnold Sports. So I guess there's 90 sports that are there in South Africa. It's part of his event. 24,000 athletes of all ages come out there. Wow. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
But
Yeah,
only
he wants
one
us
gets the
to-
opportunity to drop kick Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You get one chance.
Weird echo and everyone
Try to
except
dominate
Josh.
me.
Let's see here. All right, so I saw from Twitch, there's a weird echo on everyone but me. So see if that fixed it. That's the first time we got.
That's just the
feedback.
way I talk. Sorry.
That should have fixed
Everyone
it though.
but you, huh?
Yeah,
I'm
everyone
part,
but me
I'm part
this time.
replicant.
So we'll see. Hopefully that fixed it. Yeah. So he released a statement though saying that he just thought he got jostled, and also he said, "I'm just glad that idiot didn't interrupt my Snapchat."
I really like Arnold's like Snapchats, dude. This shit's so cool.
I've never even seen his Snapchats.
Oh,
I've been
he's a-
following him
he's-
on Facebook,
an am-
Instagram.
He's an amazing social media follow.
Yeah, he's cool as shit, dude.
I'm gonna add that dude right now. But in the meantime, let's talk about this new fucking Batman. What do you guys think?
Oh.
I want to hear your guys' opinions. So here's Battinson right here, David. This is a meme.
Okay.
This is a meme you sent me, David.
Yeah.
It's too many fucking movies about the same thing. Like there's just, I feel like, how many Batman attempts do you try before you take like a 5-year break?
Exactly.
Like, I need a break from Batman and Superman and these like half-assed efforts.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're all like played out of the whole superhero. You're all tapped out.
I mean, I like the MCU. I really liked Endgame. Endgame actually kind of like rekindled my like spoilers. Really,
Dude,
he still hasn't
poor.
fucking seen it yet.
He's poor.
Okay,
that's really all I can give you. He should have
spoiler
fucking watched
free
it
on
by
a
now.
month-old movie.
No, he should have watched
Anyway.
it by now. If we spoil anything, it's his motherfucking fault.
Just tell me when to come back on.
In
Okay,
all
I'll
fairness,
tell you- I'll
David,
tell you when. Take it
you
out.
got an extra 3 weeks.
Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. We're not waiting for David anymore. All right, go
No,
ahead.
I'm
Well,
just-
I
I'm
didn't
just
even
saying, he
have
had
to
an
say anything with a spoiler. I was just saying that it actually kind of like rekindled my interest in some of the Guardians of the Galaxy and some of the individual franchises.
Yeah.
But DC, like, I thought I've been
Did he
great.
freeze?
Did he freeze? Were you
Son of
losing
a
him?
bitch.
Did I freeze?
Yeah, you froze for.
Yeah,
you were
you
like
froze
with
for a
DC.
second.
I think.
Damn it. Well, I can sum it up I think DC sucks.
Yeah.
There we go.
Very true.
And I think DC has made pretty much every movie since Man of Steel. I haven't been like blown away by any of it. It's all been really lackluster.
Did you watch
at best.
Shazam?
Shazam.
I didn't see Shazam actually. No, I
Shazam
didn't.
was
That
actually
one
pretty
come out.
good.
I heard it was really good. Yeah,
It was actually pretty
Zachary
fucking good.
Levi, right?
Yeah, Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
Is
I
that-
saw
actually
Suicide
fucking-
Squad in the theaters, and that killed it.
That was a disappointment.
That was.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thank you.
Hey, so did you guys hear that Taylor Lautner is going to be the Joker?
No.
The Joker's another character that we need a break. Like, I seriously thought after Heath Ledger that we were gonna not have another Joker.
They
for-
Right, you're like,
we
they
should
should
have
have just
long
fucking left it
time.
alone.
Yeah.
So Dread Wolf says that DC makes good animated films. I fucking agree.
They do.
And,
Yes.
They
Yes.
do.
and
they
Batman
do.
versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just came out, and I haven't bought it yet, but I'm fucking buying it tomorrow, dude. I'm buying
Is
it tomorrow.
Gonna
that
watch
that's a
that.
thing?
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of
I hear
that.
it's
Yeah.
good.
Like Scooby-Doo meets Batman. Batman meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Did you just say Scuba Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
He goes swimming?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Scuba Doo. So the new Batman, The Batman, is going to be released in June 25th, 2021. So that's
Wait,
in the new
What's the gimmick for this movie? Because is it going to be another origin
so
story?
they-
Because
they
I don't
wanted
want to
to-
watch another origin story.
They wanted a young one. I was hoping, and seriously, like even with him as Batman, if it's Batman Beyond style with
Or he's
Batman
Terry
and
McGinnis?
Terry, yeah, dude. So if they
Yeah.
have an old Batman training him and stuff, and he takes over, I'll watch it. I'll fucking watch it.
Fuck yeah, that would be
Who would play?
amazing.
Who would play old Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Oh, you'd bring back at okay.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Why not Val Kilmer?
He's gonna be dead by then, I think.
Why not George
He
Clooney?
cannot fit in a
Why
bat
not
suit
George
anymore.
Clooney?
Let's bring back the nipple
That's why
suit.
he needs
Bring
Robert
back the
Pattinson to pass it on to.
I was like, I think Val Kilmer's like dying of throat cancer. I think he's gonna die by then.
I didn't know that part. I just thought
Yeah,
he was
that's
fat.
true. That's
Sorry.
true. That's why they're
That's-
bringing it
that's
back,
true.
Yeah.
like in that movie Maverick. Yeah, that's like they fucking said that.
Oh, you mean Iceman?
Is that what the movie's called? I thought it was called
The
Maverick.
movie's called Top Gun, right? Wait, you're talking about Top Gun?
Maverick
The new-
is
no,
the
they're
movie
making a
about
new one.
the
It's called
riverboat
Maverick,
gamblers,
isn't it?
right?
They're making a new one.
What did you say about riverboat gambling?
There's a movie called Maverick about riverboat gamblers that I thought had Val Kilmer.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's what you were referencing. I'm
I
sorry.
was like, what? I was like, did I hear that right, dude? Like, what the fuck? I really want to do riverboat gambling now that you mentioned it.
I was like, that's a deep pull. That's
So Zip, you mentioned that you were getting more excitement for the MCU and especially Guardians of the Galaxy. What's up, Jess? Did you hear that Zac Efron is rumored to star as Adam Warlock in the new Guardians of the Galaxy film?
I guess I had heard.
Warhol?
What?
No, I guess I'd heard that he'd already been. I thought he'd already been picked for it.
It's still rumored,
It's
but
still a rumor.
yeah.
I think it's a good fit. I know
I think that would work.
I know fuck all about Adam Warlock outside of I read the Infinity Gauntlet for my podcast. We did an episode about in-game, which David, you should listen to. It actually drops today. Well, the day that we record this, but anyway, that story is the only thing that I've that I never really read with Adam Warlock. So, I mean, Zac Efron, I'm just like, sure, why not?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good fit. Here's an image of it, by the way. This is from an
Flash
episode
Gordon.
where he appeared. Sorry, in 1975. He was in Fantastic Four and a few other ones as well. Here's an artistic rendering of what he would look like as Warlock.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah,
he would just look like the gold people from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That's what he is, right? Like he's one of
those guys.
So I guess he was teased in the post credits of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't
Yes.
remember.
Yeah, it's his cocoon.
It's at the end. They have his little pod thing at the end, and then
Gotcha.
the lady's like, and his name will be Adam, and then it cuts.
No way.
It's a pretty direct reference, I'm gonna say. Like,
You didn't really have to read between the lines there.
yeah.
So
what do they mean by that exactly?
Yeah.
I pulled this from Wikipedia because I know nothing about Warlock, but it says scientists on Earth calling themselves the Enclave created an artificial perfect human who initially calls himself him. So he's referred to himself as him before they call him Adam Warlock. And he has a conflict with Thor, which is great because David, take it out.
Ah, fuck.
Which is great because the Guardians of the Galaxy are teamed up with Thor right now, so it kind of just leads directly into it.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people
That was
thought
one of the many fun parts of Endgame, David.
A lot of people thought that he was going to be involved in the Infinity Wars, though, because to what you said, he's instrumental in that in the comic books, I guess. Like he was with Gamora to oppose his future self in the comic books, and he's instrumental in the Soul Stone, which I didn't fucking know until I read that on Wikipedia. You can
Just
put
give me
it back
a thumbs
up.
up when I'm ready.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
John Krasinski is rumored to be cast as Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
Really? That's a good fit.
He's tall and lanky.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
really what they need.
who's going to be the Thing? Because that's going to be a hard choice for an actor because you're only going to actually be yourself for.
What about
the
I'll
quarter
put
of the
money on it
movie.
right now. The Mountain from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the guy who plays the Mountain
Boom.
for sure. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my call.
Aren't this Fantastic Four supposed to be astronauts? Like, isn't that where where it all? Okay, could the Mountain fit in the space shuttle?
No, but he could.
I'm
he could fit in the rock suit. They're just gonna have to paint him. They don't even have to put a suit on. They just gotta paint him, and he's good.
I mean, you should have it be The Rock if you wanted to get just real meta. So,
so did you guys ever watch The Watchmen? Well,
Yes.
I guess I should be asking you this, Zipp. Did you ever watch The Watchmen?
are you asking me philosophically who watches The Watchmen, or no? I've read the. Are you talking about the Alan Moore comic?
Yeah.
Yeah, the graphic novel.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I've watched. I love the movie. I've read the book. I have not seen anything for the new upcoming HBO series.
That's exactly what I was gonna talk about, David.
I sent it to you last week, dude, and you just totally fucking ignored it.
Oh.
I was like, here, I want to do more research on this, and I'll talk about it during the show. And then you just.
Oh, so you did your
scrapped
research?
it.
Good. Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the new show is going to be taking place. They're not sure whether it's going to be in the same. It's in the same universe as The Watchmen, but they're not sure if it's going to be related to the graphic novel or the movie. But it's taking place in our time. So what? 30 years after the 80s, or whatever.
Oh, coming on 40 years now.
Oh fuck! Am I that old? Anyways,
there's an image on screen, by the way, if you haven't seen The Watchmen.
Yeah, that's from the movie. That's a 2009 Zack Snyder film, which was really good. But there's the difference between the endings in the graphic novel and the movie, and they're not sure how world is going to expand upon. But there are characters that they show that are sort of like a vigilante type that are like all about Rorschach. They have these masks.
Yeah.
It takes place in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I saw a trailer. There was a bunch of Rorschachs.
Yeah. Rorschachians. Rorschachites? Shakites.
Yeah, sure.
What are we calling them?
Okay, it's in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Yeah, it takes place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. No one really knows why. But Don Johnson's going to be in it. I'm excited for that, man.
Oh, Don the Rock Johnson.
No, Don Johnson, dude. Fucking Big Daddy in Django.
I was just kidding.
Oh.
Continue.
He was also in Miami Vice, the '80s series. And also, they're bringing back an old man, Ozymandias, who's going to be played by Jeremy Irons. But
All right.
Again,
Jeremy
they're
Irons, that's I know him. From,
Alfred.
I know him as Scar from Lion King.
Yeah.
I know him as in that Family Guy bit. If you're looking for a prize at the bottom of the cereal, I can assure you there is not. Only more cardboard. Like the Jeremy Irons cereal that they had.
Okay.
Woo! Right over your head.
Oh, awesome.
I need another beer.
What else you got, Josh? I mean, that's all the information I was able to kind of dig up. No, about that. About the
No,
Washington.
yeah, I think it's good. No, I basically was just going to explain it. So it's set in an alternate history where superheroes were treated as outlaws, and it embraces the nostalgia of the groundbreaking graphic novel that we know of as The Watchmen. So I remember it being a good movie, so I'm pretty excited for it.
Did you ever read the graphic novel,
So
though?
I have no, I didn't.
Oh, you gotta read
Bro,
it.
not gonna lie.
You gotta read it.
There's so much
so
to
I
it.
have HBO. We got HBO to watch the final season of
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
So,
Actually,
got
tonight's
thoughts?
my first night I've ever going to see an episode of Game of
and you're
Thrones.
gonna,
I'm
and you're
pretty
gonna watch
excited.
you're gonna watch the very last one.
Yeah,
It's already so
I'm pretty
right
pumped.
before we went live here, the show was already available on my Hulu, but I haven't fucking watched it yet. So right after this,
So you're
we're
just
gonna
ready
watch
to
it.
go get out of here? Clock out?
I'm not that fucking excited. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not that excited.
You know, I don't have a lot of sympathy for Game of Thrones fans talking about hating this last season. And I like, all jokes aside, I haven't ever watched Game of Thrones. But
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Boardwalk Empire on HBO, and it got the same treatment that Game of Thrones is getting on the last season.
Really?
So,
That's
yeah.
that's the one with Steve Buscemi on it.
Yeah, it's awesome. But no, everybody's got a little Game of Thrones. You know, that's
Maybe I'll watch Boardwalk Empires.
It's pretty good.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna cancel my HBO, so you better watch it quickly.
Don't.
Since you're on my fucking.
there's going to be
since
such
you
a
use all my
drop
shit.
in HBO Go memberships tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Speaking
That's why
of
they're so good.
Hulu, you can watch that show that Tom Hardy was on a couple years ago called Taboo. That was on FX. It's on Hulu now. I'm rewatching it again, dude. It's fucking amazing.
Speaking of Tom Hardy shows, did you ever watch fucking
Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders?
No, not yet.
Dude, fucking watch it. Jesus
How many
Christ.
seasons? How many seasons is that one?
I don't know, but for 2 seasons of our show, I've been telling you to fucking watch it. I think it's on I think it's on his 5th right now.
Okay.
No joke. I thought Peaky Blinders was like a made-up British show that people like.
You thought it was a British comedy? You're like, oh, Peaky
It's
Blinders. Hey,
Like I thought, like if you're making fun of British comedy, you say like, "What's the biggest hit in Britain right now?" Peaky Blinders, you know.
Peaky Blinders.
No, it's just it's about a group of ragtag blind people, and then every time they play pranks on people, they're like, "Oh, you Peaky Blinders." No, that's not really
I
what's
was about to say, I don't really have any idea. I'm assuming it has something to do with
Jesus
Victorian
Christ.
England.
No, it's really fun. It's got holy shit. It's got Cillian Murphy in it, so if you've watched Batman Begins, he plays it's Batman Begins, right?
Or 28 days
Yeah.
later.
Batman
28 days later.
Yeah,
Also.
he plays
He's-
the
He just
Scarecrow.
got picked to play somebody big, didn't he? Is he the new Bond?
No,
What?
is he?
He just got picked.
I didn't
he
think
just
they
got picked
recasted Bond.
Hold on, I gotta look that up because he
Hold
just got
on.
Yeah,
cast.
you go ahead.
something.
I was about to Google
That
it,
is
but-
some big shit you're duking on my chest right now. He didn't get No way.
Duke on my chest, bro.
Yeah, Duke on my
Duking on my
chest.
chest?
All right. Anyway, let's move on. Well,
Hold on. We're not done yet. I thought Daniel Craig still wanted to do a couple more
I know
Bond
he's
films.
doing one more. He's doing one more.
One
And
more.
I might
they
have
were-
just made that up. I
They
might
were
have just lied to y'all.
speculating.
Like,
They were speculating that they were going to start with the Black Bond. So Idris Elba was speculated to be Bond for a while.
That I'd be cool with.
I'd be so
In an
down
alternate
for that.
universe, I would have loved them to have picked Clive Owen instead of Daniel Craig because I just would love to see Clive Owen as Bond, man. He'd be badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clive Owen's pretty fucking awesome.
All right. Well, let's get into reboots, remakes, and sequels. I have I have 2 things to talk about actually. So they're reviving Kids Say the Darndest Things. Did you guys hear about that?
Why?
No.
So Bill Cosby can, like,
I think that he
What
should.
molester are they picking for the host of the show?
who on earth thinks it's a good idea to bring back that show?
Yeah,
So
dude.
that's
Like,
what's fucking
why?
weird, right? The timing is absolutely terrible.
Kevin
it aired
Spacey's
from-
going to host the show.
It aired from 98 to 2000 on CBS, and then they just recently bring it back right after the incarceration of Bill Cosby. It
Wow.
makes no fucking sense at all.
Wow. These
Is
people,
it going to be like a Skype, like live feed from his
It
prison
should-
cell,
yeah,
him
I'm telling
talking
you,
to
it should
kids?
be. It should be. It'd be so much funnier if he hosted it.
he's like, you got to finish your dinner. But I want my Jello pudding now.
Especially because he's like a 90-year-old blind man. It's probably.
I don't know if he's allowed to. Do you think in the beginning of every episode
I
he'd have to
can't
like
imagine-
come out as
I-
as a sex offender?
I
He has
can't
to, like,
imagine
introduce
that they
himself.
would. I can't imagine that they would let a convicted sex offender interview children from his prison cell.
So
What kind of show would that be?
So the one who's going to be hosting it is
The
Tiffany,
best show ever.
Tiffany Haddish. You guys know who Tiffany Haddish is?
Wait, what, Josh?
You guys know who Tiffany Haddish is?
No.
She,
Is that a real person?
She's a comedian. She's going to be the one hosting it. I don't think she's very funny, but they're going to throw her in on there. They're going to talk about all kinds of topics from sportsmanship to love. They're going to give her advice on her own love life. Best carpool ever.
Nice.
And there's going to
There
be
are-
one called Granny Tiff, a segment where she puts on prosthetics and dressed up as an old lady, and she gets technology advice from kids. So that
Nice.
sounds hilarious.
They could have called it anything.
Yeah,
They could have called it anything else and done
Yeah.
the exact same show.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
not had the association with the sexual predator.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to rebrand it sometime, right?
I can't wait for the parodies. The parodies are going to be amazing when that comes out. So.
It's going to be fucking hilarious.
Jeez.
David, can you do some good zip zops for me, please?
I'll figure something out and I'll send them to you.
No, not
The fuck are you talking about?
what?
Zip zaps?
I mean, but Bill Cosby
Bill
noises.
Cosby.
I want to hear some.
Oh, let's see what I got. Wait, what's something that he would say?
I would like
Do the
you
Family
Here,
Guy
have
skit.
this drink.
You have to ask me a very
Can I buy you a drink?
this. You have to ask me a simple question and I answer it, and you overreact. That's all you have to do.
You overreact. Like, is
You
that
over-
what you really think how it works? You can go zip zap, zip it bop. Look at my sweater.
That's all
I got all
needed.
this Jello
That's all you
pudding
can
all
stop.
in my sweater. I don't know, dude. I'm not here right now. I'm so fucking out of it.
All right.
You're
Come back
drinking
next
tea tequila out of a trench cup.
Is it
Tequila.
called tequila? Ah, son of a bitch.
Tequila.
Tequila.
That was 1 second
Nice.
too late.
Nice.
All right. Another big announcement is Rick and Morty season 4 finally got
Woohoo.
announced.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's coming after the summer. We recently had an old Rick and Morty animator. Here's a meme
Yeah.
for you guys.
Beaner, how's
So
he
it
doing?
says, David, you read the
Yo.
top. Read the top as Morty. I'll read the
All right.
bottom.
When you still have to sit through a summer before season 4?
Summer, you dumb bitch. Everybody hates Summer. So anyway,
What are you guys' predictions for the season? Actually,
they offered. Let me tell you one thing. They offered Kanye West an episode of his choice.
What?
Why?
They said that he could have one. So
That's ingenious. They should just let him have literally whatever he wants. Because it's animation. You just have to draw it.
yeah,
Whatever he wants, they should just make it happen.
he should draw it. He should draw the whole episode too. He should redesign the characters.
Wait, so hold on. They're really giving him an episode
Yes,
in this season?
but get this: they have 70 episodes. That's
For
why
this season?
That's why it took so fucking long.
No,
but
for-
not for this season. Over the next few years, but they have 70
Oh.
episodes. So they said
Okay.
they seriously said, Kanye, you could have one of the episodes. And,
Ah.
They're gonna release a season every year, right? Instead of like every 3 years, like it's been.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think they signed the giant contract just so everybody would shut up about it at the end of every season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way, it's like we know we're gonna make this show for as long as we can.
But do you think that the show's content is gonna suffer from them just busting out a bunch of episodes?
I think it doesn't sound like they're about to bust out episodes. It just sounds like they know over the course of whenever they're going to make 70 episodes. I mean, maybe they're going to take forever to do it.
That'd be awesome.
Do you guys think, as far as their narrative that they're trying to push about the whole evil Morty sort of What are you guys' predictions for that thing?
I don't think Evil Morty's going to be in the next season.
I don't think so either. I do expect Phoenix Person to come back.
Yes, Phoenix Person.
I want them to explore more about where Rick, if this Rick is really their real Rick.
Wasn't there was a theory that it was him, right? Because of the memories, and he had him with Morty.
There's memories that he has with young Morty, but he wouldn't have had those memories if he had been gone for 12 years.
That's
Beth
true.
had said it in first season, 1. She's like, my dad's been out of my life for 12 years. Morty's 14, so Rick would not have any of these memories of young Morty.
Yeah.
So the Rick that we're seeing on the show might not even be their real Rick. So I don't. Yeah.
Maybe it should be explained in Kanye's episode. The best way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what we got to look forward to.
Yep.
Kanye episode.
Great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So there's a stupid person I want to talk about. Did you guys see that in Southern California, this mom went to her school and threatened a bunch of kids?
What?
I saw part of the video.
So
I didn't watch the whole thing.
I got an image. This is just an image of the video. So that's her right there standing in front of a big classroom.
Was this parent-teacher conference night? Whatever.
No. She just barges in. So there, this woman, Kristen Tinsley, she was banned from the school in Laguna Niguel. You guys know where that is, right? Near your neck.
That's like
George does.
Really close to me. Yeah.
So she was telling middle schoolers to leave her child alone. Apparently her daughter was being bullied and she didn't want to stand up for that. So she said, if y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you even breathe the wrong way, send your mom to me. Later on she says, sisters, aunts, anybody over 18, I'll fuck them all up. You understand me? And then, hold on.
Pretty good.
Not just that,
Pretty
but
legit
afterward, after all this shit, she goes out there handing out tickets.
Tickets?
Tickets.
Tic Tacs?
And the tickets that she
Tic-tacs?
gives out are ass-whooping coupons.
Hold
Free
on.
ass whooping.
Dude.
Redeemable for
Did she
anyone
just
over
write?
18.
Did she just write the word ass whooping on like a post-it note, or did she have
Well,
like no shit
Like the raffle
ass
tickets.
whooping
So
coupons?
It says here, free ass whoopings, redeemable for anyone over 18.
She's like, here you go. Take this one. Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you, child.
Bless the tongue child.
It's pretty funny though because I listened to an interview of one of the kids and he was like, "Yeah, I was pretty scared at first because she just walked in. We are like, who is this lady?" And then I realized that she was all talk. So like, he was like,
dude.
he was disappointed that she didn't start cracking little kids' heads. I guess like.
So what did they explain as like who is the one bullying her daughter or whatever? Like, did
Yeah,
they
it
ever
was
go
a few
into
of
that
them.
detail?
She claimed that they were saying like racist comments and shit like that and bullying her on social media, but I didn't see any like proof of it. I just saw that part.
So what is the school gonna do? And do they issue out a fucking statement about?
I don't know. I mean, they banned her. That's all I know. Because
Wow, that sucks.
her step or like her way to protest bullying is to say, "You guys think you're bullies? Well, I'm a big bully."
Yeah,
That's what she
right.
said. So bullying works, I guess. Is that?
Bully the bullies.
Yeah,
Who
the
watches
only-
the
it's like guns. The only way out, is you got to add more guns.
You gotta get a bigger one.
Bully
More
your way
guns.
out of the situation.
Sounds like a Looney Tunes fucking. There's a bigger
That
gun.
sounds like great advice. Like I should be paid to go to like kids' schools and tell them that anti-bullying seminar. Just bully their way out.
Just sit backwards on the chair and be like, "Hey kids, you know what is pretty dope?"
Step one, kids, always go for the bully's home life. He's divorced. Take advantage of it.
Their parents are probably divorced. Their dad's an alcoholic. He burns them with cigars in the morning.
His parents don't
Come here,
love
Daily
him
Cigar
and
Burn.
remind him of that.
He's probably poor. Hasn't even watched the end game yet.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's a shot at David. Anyway, Zipp, let's hear a little bit about your project. So you told us both like an overview. What do we got? How do we find you? Number one, what do we got to look forward to?
Well, you can go to nrqpodcast.com. That's our website. You can find everything there. But we're also no redeeming. What word?
I was saying you anarchy. I was like, I don't know what that word means.
NRQ.
Anarchy. I thought he said anarchy.
No, NRQ. No redeeming qualities. nrqpodcast.com. You can also find us at all the social medias at No Redeeming Qualities Podcast. So specifically, like Wheels of Justice came out about 6 months ago. So that came out a while ago, and we're just kind of like still promoting it here and there. But we're already moving on to other projects. We're going to do a sequel to Wheels of Justice, and we just do a weekly show. That's kind of that's our main effort goes to that. So.
Do you call it Wheels of Justice because the guy in the wheelchair?
No, actually. Yes,
that would have been
course.
perfect.
Holy shit, dude.
I'd say you just
one of my happiest moments in my life was my father's like super Republican, super conservative, and I just never told him about this project just because I just never did. But I finally got around to telling him, and I told him like I wanted it to be about the worst crime I can think of, and I told him that, and he was so like just. I don't know what the word would be, hurt that I made fun of the Republican governor like that. He was like, "You're right, you did find the worst crime ever." I'm like, it really wasn't, but yeah, it's actually, and it's not a solo effort. I have a partner, his name is Bob. We had thought about having both of us come on here, but it seemed like y'all's setup would be easier if it was just me. But yeah, normally it's me and my friend Bob. We're the ones who run the show. We're the ones who wrote the Wheels of Justice and performed it and all that.
Nice.
We've had like a double. How many features have we had where there's always been like a 2-guest combo?
I think there's been at least 3.
There's been a couple, but
2 or 3, right?
They were together in like one shot.
Yeah. And then so for Sundays that we can't be in the same place at the same time, so it would have been like a huge pain in your ass. So, but anyway, also Bob is super loud. Bob is way louder than me. He's way more energetic than me. He's a mile a minute. So.
Awesome.
Nice. We'll include those links if you don't mind sending them over to me, Zipp. I'll be more than happy to include those on our page and everything too.
No problem.
David mentioned what's new on Hulu. I want to talk about what's new on Netflix.
I mentioned what's new on Hulu?
Oh wait, no, you said something you were rewatching. Taboo on Hulu.
Taboo.
So what's new on Netflix? Take Me Home Tonight just got added.
Take
that
remember that
was
movie?
funny.
You don't fucking dude. I love that movie.
It's a pretty good movie.
It's
pretty
good,
movie.
but.
Have you seen it? I was gonna call you Dank again, son of a bitch.
I answered it either.
Zipp?
No, I have not seen Take Me Home Tonight, but I know the song.
Yeah.
I
feel like I've seen the trailer for it. What's it about?
So it's back in like the 80s. It has Topher Grace in it. That was Eric from that 70s show.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a really good film. It's funny, super funny. Ricky, can you bring me the Jack Daniels? Thank you. I'm gonna drink some Jack Daniels with you guys before we say goodnight. So every week we do a segment called Today in Florida. We use that Florida Man Challenge. You've heard about that, right? Zipp, Florida Man Challenge, where you type your birth date in and you type in Florida Man and your birth date. Lets you know what happened on your birthday in Florida. Yeah. Well, we look up Today in Florida. And Today in Florida back in, it wasn't even that long ago, 2018, Florida man tased after walking naked through a neighborhood.
That's actually fairly mild for.
That's pretty mild for
Florida man.
That's
like a phoned it in weekday for Florida man.
Yeah.
So, a Florida deputy tased him after he was wandering through the neighborhood during a rainstorm. Due to the heavy rainfall, they tried to apprehend him, but he managed to slip away. He was like,
it's like this.
Hold on. Did everybody right here just go to the deaf guy on Family Guy? Is
that
just fucking happening right now?
The greased up deaf guy?
Yeah,
the greased up deaf guy.
Oh man, that was great.
Won't catch me.
I could not imagine being a cop and having to just like wrestle a naked guy as he slips out of your arms.
That usually happens, man. Meth is a hell of a drug. Or PCP, I guess, too.
Bath salts or something.
Yeah, right?
So
well, he wasn't anyone's face,
why don't you
so
guys go ahead and guess how old he was, by the way? Give me a quick guess.
Florida man, it could be anything from 17 to 68. I
was going to say 16, dude.
I want to say 52.
I'm going to go 43.
So the arrest report states that the 63-year-old Musso told deputies that he received sexual gratification by being naked in public. That's why he did it.
All right.
And he's got the old man strength, and he's slippery.
He's like, I used to fight people like you and Nam. Like, oh.
Why'd you take them off? Because they were made in China.
Yeah.
All right, so Florida Man has so many crazy stories, which is why the Oxygen Network has picked it up for a series. So
Wait,
there's going
what?
to be a Florida Man series on the Oxygen Network.
Wait, hold on.
Oxygen. Seriously?
Is it Oxygen like a woman's channel?
That's what I thought it was like, like...
Or am I thinking of Oprah?
Yeah, like the O channel. What is
The
it called?
O.
The O channel.
Is
The
it-
O
O
face.
channel is the Oprah channel, isn't it?
No, I think the O channel is what I used to watch after my parents went to sleep.
Nice. Oh,
Oh, sure, my O face. Oh,
show the O face.
that's a good movie too. Anyway,
Oh, man.
so they're going to develop a series based off of strange crimes that always seems to happen in Florida. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
Crazy.
What is it? You think it's the
uh,
water in Florida?
What is it in
Maybe
the water?
it is. Maybe it is the water.
Something. What is going on out there that is so fucked up and
They're
weird?
just like, we're just gonna drop some meth in here.
Yeah, right. Oh, look at mixing it with these bath salts. Look at it. Fucking in a big pot, just
That
stirring
was-
up, brew. Trouble of brewing.
Look at it. Look at it.
Look at
That
it.
sounded
Look at
more
it.
like a New Orleans, like a New Orleans.
Almost. I was trying to do like
Creole.
a swamp.
Look at it.
Yeah, Creole.
New
man.
Orleans. Creole.
Yeah, if you type in, if you look up Zipper, my actual name in Florida, that's where my family is from.
Oh shit.
For a while, the first story was, and I don't know, I might be related to them, I'm not quite sure, but one Zipper stabbed another Zipper over macaroni and cheese.
Do you ever feel like you get aggressive at times with other people around you? Like you get like a weird.
Oh,
Only when
that
there's
story
macaroni
didn't
and cheese
surprise me.
involved.
That
That's my
story
macaroni
did not
cheese.
surprise me at all when I read it. I said, yeah, that does sound like something a Zipper would do. That sounds par of the course, yeah.
You're like, no wonder why I love my mac and cheese so much. Like, get away from it.
Oh, and that stupid that Netflix show, Making a Murderer, they think the guy who actually did it was a Zipper.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, so I've gotten that shit. No, it was...
No wonder it was so
Yeah.
easy for you to come up with some true crime stories.
Right? Huh. The plot thickens.
It's all making
Look up
sense
the-
now.
Somebody
lot of
protect
it
the governor
was-
of Texas.
I was inspired by Mac and Me.
Mac
So-
and cheese and you?
Awesome. No, Mac and Me, the movie.
Mac and
Mac and
Me.
Me,
The
wasn't that-
ENT.
Yeah.
The ENT
Wasn't
ripoff.
that, Mac and Me had
yeah.
Andy Lawrence in it, right? Was it Andy Lawrence?
Is he
who
the
was
kid in the
that?
wheelchair?
I think it was the kid in the
Wait,
What's
wheelchair.
with you in wheelchairs, man? Everything's about wheelchairs.
That's what I brought up Mac and Me for. I said Mac and Me. He falls down this. You've never seen that? Where
Yeah, he falls
the
down-
little boy
down
falls
the
down
hill.
Oh my god! It's been
Yeah.
so, I remember
And then he
the.
crashes into the water,
I remember
and then
looking
Mac
at the
pops
cover.
up.
I remember looking at the cover of Mac and Me. Like I could think back and remember the cover of the VHS, but for some reason I can't remember
It's
the
a-
movie.
It's a horror
Like that,
movie.
that psychotic
It's-
zipper
it's
blood is
horribly
running through his veins. He's like,
Horribly
the wheelchair people are the easiest prey. They can't run away. Like,
It's quite literally one of the worst movies ever made. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a full dance number in a McDonald's. It's the whole thing is insane.
ugh,
Yeah.
that sounds
So-
terrible.
So Zip, you ever post any like really offensive memes and almost go to Facebook jail? Have you ever been in
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
jail?
Oh yeah. I actually I got a warning once because I posted on somebody's something. I don't even remember what it was, but I posted the response was a GIF of gay pornography. It was one man consensually eating out another man's ass, and so I got like a warning from Facebook.
Why did you have to
And
say
it said-
consensually? Like,
I just wanted to really set the scene, you know, because a non-consensual
They look
rim
at him
job
I mean, he
is
wasn't
they look
pushing
at
him
each
away.
other, they're
So.
yeah.
Were there props in
It's
the
when they're
background?
pushing back into it instead of away. That's how you.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
All
We're
right,
very
anyway.
generous.
So,
I got a warning from Facebook and they took the GIF down, but I don't understand how I didn't get banned. And then I've been banned. I've gotten like the 3-day bans for memes that I didn't think were that offensive. Like Bob, my writing partner, he's in Facebook jail right now because he posted on our meme page, our NRQ meme page. It was Anne Frank, and he wrote "Diary of a Wimpy Kid" over "Diary of like a Jewish schoolgirl," and they put him in fucking Facebook jail for 3
That- see,
days.
That's
Hey,
bullshit.
hey, wait,
Like,
hold
I
up,
almost went.
hold
I almost
up.
went to Facebook jail because I posted.
I have the.
I posted some something like it was Hitler, but it was like 4x what is it called? Connect 4, and it said Connect Führer, and I was like, oh yeah, it was April 20th, and I was like, oh yeah, it's.
Dude.
I was like,
Okay.
oh yeah, it's Hitler's birthday, and then as soon as I think like they
I'm bad
searched
at
for
this. There we
that
go.
stuff specifically, because
that's
I just
awesome.
wrote, hey, it's Hitler's birthday, and I posted it, and I got pulled down just for that.
So it's funny that he got Facebook banned for an Anne Frank meme, because I got a 30-day Facebook ban for an Anne Frank meme once too. But the meme it said, "Gas me outside, how about that?" And it was supposed to be an actual Anne Frank quote.
That sounds fantastic. So where'd you post that to? Your own page?
That
Me?
was, I think he posted that.
Well, you said he posted it to NRQ, your NRQ meme.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
have a like a Facebook group where people who listen to the show go and post memes and shit like
So,
that. He posted it
that's
there
scary.
under his own account.
Oh, okay.
So I would like to join that, but we also have a Speakeasy meme exchange for ours too. That's fucking
Oh,
crazy.
see.
So we have some really bad shit. We try pulling like the not so bad stuff for this show. But I just want to tell you guys, I almost accidentally posted something on our actual like Speakeasy Gentleman page instead of the
Oh,
Speakeasy
shit.
meme page, and it was something fucking bad, dude. But I
What
didn't.
was it? What
I'm
was
glad I'm not the only one who has these problems.
Yeah, dude, I was very close. So we have a couple. David actually did something today and sent me a bunch of memes to share. So here we go. Here's one. Actually, I shared this one, David.
Yeah, you shared it, but I liked it a lot. So I wanted
When I
to-
asked my crush if she's free and her ugly friend says no. David, go ahead and read that. Somebody read that.
me. Does this chattering animal speak for you?
This is good. So you're talking about working on 2 projects. This will be my next project. Ladies, imagine he comes on your back and you hear, "That's all for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe."
Dude, okay, Hunter Dread Wolf was the one who's like was like looking through his phone and he found it. I'm like, dude, you gotta send that to me. Right away I thought about you, dude.
So we talked about Florida a lot today. Here's something David sent us about this whole Alabama thing going on. So here's
Yeah,
Florida.
it's ridiculous,
Florida says,
man.
"I'm the most fucked up state."
Alabama, hold my sister.
Get it? Instead of hold my beer. I get it.
Dude, there's like a
Here's
lot of
something else David sent us about, once again, Alabama. There's Bear Grylls for you.
I was on a roll. I was on a roll with
When
Alabama.
abortion is illegal, so you become an anti-vax parent.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yeah, I saw that one. I couldn't stop laughing.
And here's the last one David sent me. Here you go. $6.5 billion to have sex with your cousin. What you do?
Alabama, you guys are getting paid?
Did we didn't talk about how good that fucking movie is too.
Dude, I love that fucking movie.
I was like, we didn't talk about Alabama at all. I mean, there's all this shit. Okay, so the abortion ban is like a all cross board no abortion, like at all. So that means even if a rape victim or someone who has like incest, whatever,
Yeah,
they cannot get an
they
abortion.
can't get an abortion.
Yeah.
You
So
think,
it's
you
just
think
like God
incest
wanted.
people that get pregnant want to have abortions?
Well,
No.
it's not
I think
incest
they-
if
I
you say
think
no
they're-
promo.
I think they especially like it when you refer to them as incest people.
Did you mean the hills have eyes?
They prefer the term inbred hillbilly.
Inbred, you know. I was like, it's not incest if you say no chromo, right?
No,
That was like a double hitter, dude. Knocked you guys both out. Bang, bang!
Where'd you hear that from, David?
I read that a while ago, dude. On some meme a long time ago. I gotta look it up.
Find that meme.
Find that meme. It's always tricky if you don't save it, man. But sometimes your phone runs out of memory. You're like, God damn it! You get pissed.
oh, it's good.
All right, before we say goodnight, let's talk about next week. Next week we have AC Bergen. I wonder if that's his real name. Shit, I should have double checked before I said it. We're gonna be
Slater,
drinking.
huh?
We're gonna be drinking Maker's Mark next week.
Ooh,
That's a good
Maker's
one.
Mark.
That was
That's a good
his
one.
drink of choice.
Maker's
By the
Mark.
way, let's talk about next week for a second. Who's writing next week's show? Next week is episode 18. Remember, 18
I am
and 19,
this
I don't
guy.
write, and then I come back for 20 to end it. So
Speaking of, is
You
Pierce
actually
gonna
gonna
be
do- you
here
actually gonna do
for
that?
I
19?
don't know if Pierce is going to be here. within these next 2 episodes. I'm not 100% sure. As you can see there, Zipp, his name, George's name down there is crudely pasted over another one.
It's not funny.
That is our normal tech guy and my brother, who is normally the host on here, but he's been working like fucking crazy. They're fucking kicking his ass at work. So
like a dog.
Yeah, George is a member of the team as well. So anyway, you want to do it next week, David, and then have George do the following, or do you want George to just take next week and then you do week 9?
I'll take next week. I should be feeling better by then, and I already have.
You should be feeling better. It's not hard to just write shit down. You don't need to be feeling better.
I want to be feeling better so I could do the impressions and stuff better, like, because I can't.
Okay.
I'm all
right, yeah.
Well,
pick
just
whatever games, whatever impressions you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll write it anyway. I'm going to take over episode 18 like
Zipp,
I always do.
You do any impressions?
No, not really.
You know, you kind of sound a little bit when you really get into it. You sound a little bit like Zach Galifianakis. Like when your voice gets higher, you sound a little bit like him. I don't know if you noticed that.
That's a new one. I haven't. The only one I got this from 2 different people in 2 different facets of life, so that's why I took it with some. I took it seriously. I got told that I talk like Lieutenant Dan after he got his legs blown off.
I got no legs,
somebody
Lieutenant
say that
Dan.
to me, and I was like, "That's so stupid and specific." And
Once
then,
again,
long time later, somebody else said, "I was like, fuck, that can't be a coincidence."
Hold on.
Wait.
Once again, another fucking wheelchair reference,
Hold
man.
on.
You fucking
Oh,
love
my
wheelchair.
God.
You just love him.
Zip, I want to give you the line, and you just say it, okay? They gave you the
The Medal of Honor. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, they gave you
Sounds like Lieutenant Dan.
the Congressional Medal of Honor.
They gave you the Congressional Medal of Honor.
That's specifically the line that people bring up.
Hey, what are you doing for New Year's, man? I want to celebrate it with you.
I have a very because also in the story itself, we decided that because we already kind of broke the seal on making fun of people in wheelchairs, let's just go all out. Like let's just
roll out all the
bad
jokes
as we can. Yeah, like we tell a guy in a wheelchair that we accuse people in wheelchairs of just doing it so they can get the better parking spot. We yell at them for holding up the bus. Yeah.
Roll out all the stops.
I'm gonna end up paraplegic before I die. Like I'm faded.
The show will really sweep you off your feet. Let me tell you, some good stuff.
Oh,
it's
man,
really good.
You're gonna be cracking up so bad you're not gonna be able to stand up afterwards.
You'll be at the edge of your seat with the suspense. Let me tell you.
There's some pretty stand-up guys, you know that.
All right, so as always, find us on Facebook and Instagram at the Speakeasy Gentleman. We're on Patreon as well if you want to support the show. Find audio for all episodes on iTunes and Podbean. Special thanks to the Speakeasy team: Pierce, Vader, Ricky, Alex Whiteley. Thanks for always tuning in. We have Alex Whiteley, by the way, of the Thorskin podcast. We have him on 2 episodes from now, so he's going to be joining us here, all the way from the UK.
You sound like you're from London.
Of course, you guys, George, David, and Zipp, not calling you Dank anymore. Thanks for being on the show, man. I had a lot of fun with you.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
And then once again, give us your plugs. Find you at NRQ anywhere, right?
NRQpodcast.com. You can find us at No Redeeming Qualities at Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias. And you can find us under... And you can find me under No Redeeming Qualities Podcast anywhere you can find podcasts. Spotify, YouTube, the apps, all that crap.
Hell yeah, good. David, I feel a little bad for you now that I just heard that, because that means that the entire show, that's the only message that you got. You are one pathetic loser. No offense.
No, none taken.
None taken.
All right, see you next week, guys.